Hello. Welcome back to my channel, y'all. This is Abby with Abby Reviews. And this is going to be my review and recap for Bel Air Season 1, Episode 9. I don't know the title of the damn show, so we just going to jump into it. Last time we heard Hillary owe that man $50,000. I feel like they got it, so just give it to the man so she can go about her business. Aunt Viv is still playing chicken head games with this man, and Jeffrey was about to quit, and here come Will's daddy is coming. So let's see what's going on. As the resident church lady, okay, I'm gonna leave the appropriateness of their dressing, like, so the top half of you is gonna be naked in church, Aunt Viv. That's what. Listen, you can't listen. Okay. All right, I'm gonna leave it alone. Hillary, your skirt is just a little too. Okay. They going to church, y'all. Carlton's gonna sing "Oh Happy Day" or something ridiculous. We go, child. I just, okay. We gonna see. We gonna see. Holy awkward interactions, Batman. What the hell was what was that? So Will pulls Carl. They at church. They're getting there. They're bombarding the pastor with a bunch of questions and requests. Hillary sees one of her friends from church who now has like 10.2 million followers. She has to do a collab, and she's looking at her like, "Girl, you was just naked. What you? That's not what I." But that got cut off before she could really tell her hell no. So as Carlton is about to go back with the choir because he's singing this solo, Will was like, "Let me holler at you for a second." He was like, "I have this door that I'm about to open. I don't know. Everybody's warning me not to open it." He was like, "It's about my dad. I have a chance to find out who he is and why he left me, but I don't know if I should do it." And Carlton's like, "That's huge for the moment that we're in right now." He's like, "I really don't know what to say to you, but you're in the right place for people who are looking for answers." So it was so awkward and misplaced. Oh, I thought he was gonna say something about him and Lisa, but he talking about his confusion, utter and complete confusion. Did Carlton just have a panic attack in the middle of "He Saw the Best in Me"? I just listen. I sing in front of a congregation every Sunday. Can be daunting. That hurt my feelings. Oh, poor thing. Oh God, somebody go check on the baby. I'm sorry, I got caught up in the episode. My bad. So here's what happened. So the baby has too much anxiety, and he didn't even start know his annex, so he couldn't get through it. And he was like, he has anxiety about telling people he got anxiety. He a mess. Jeffrey done brought the paperwork to Will about his daddy. We don't know if he gonna open it or not. Hillary has snuck her and Jazz has snuck into that man's house, into Kylo's house, into the influencer house to get her stuff out of the house. She ain't got $50,000 to pay this man, but she got a bungalow at a 5-star hotel that she's staying in. Houseway. How is that working? Because is your parents paying for your lodging? And if so, how much is that costing them? And can you go stay in a no-tell motel and not tell your parents that you've moved and still collect that money to build up enough money to pay the 50 grand off in like 10 days and then go back to staying in the big place? That didn't occur to nobody? Just me? Okay. Now Aunt Vi goes in to talk to the people about getting this grant, and who are the ladies responsible for giving her the grant? It is the second Aunt Viv, Daphne Maxwell, and the original and only Will's mama, Aunt Vi. Listen, it took me a second. I was like, oh my God, it's them. But yes, they're explaining. They're talking to her, and they was like, It's not us asking about your artwork. Why did you? We want to know why you stopped working for so long." And she about to give them an answer. We go. Listen, we gonna see what happens. Okay, so Vivian goes into this long explanation about having to fight and fight and fight, and it was just too much, and that's why she quit. And then they was like, "Well, what made you come back?" And she was like, "My nephew Will moved in, and he's so free and uninhibited, and he's just inspired me that that's what I want to be in life." Blah 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 blah. They was like, "Okay, cool. This is just so you know, we're already going to give you the fellowship. And your answers just reinforce that. So take 24 hours, decide if you can meet all the demands of the fellowship with the traveling and speaking engagements and all of those things, and then get back to us." Now let's rewind to Uncle Phil. Uncle Phil and Jeffrey and Tisha Campbell's husband is doing debate prep. And so Tisha Campbell's husband is a dick, and he wants to throw all the dirt. Listen, ain't gonna be nothing else to discuss after we let it be known that this man was cheating on his wife, who was on her deathbed. And he was like, "But do we really want to do that? Then that makes me look like an asshole as well." And so that may backfire. And Jeffrey was like, "What semantics? You always want to be talked into crossing the line. So it's like, oh, I had no choice. I had to do it. Oh, Crollo so hard. That type of thing. You want to do it. You just need to be talked into it so you don't feel guilty." Not him pulling his card. And so Tisha Campbell's husband talking about well, this sounds like more of a therapy session, and I'm here for debate prep. He's like, "Well, we go get into the debate prep and blah, 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 blah," and all of those things. So I don't know if he's going to use the information and or not. We going to see. I say use it or cut. I still say you cut Fred's water off. Nobody's going to miss him. Him and that wife. The both of them. Gone. Thank you. I mean, who's to say that the brakes don't cut out on a winding road on the California mountains one night? Who's to say that couldn't happen? That's how we're going to resolve the issue of this boy's daddy. So, Uncle Phil is on the phone, hobnobbing with somebody to get some support. And so, Will comes in and he was like, "Uncle Phil, can I talk to you? I asked Jeffrey to find my dad, and he did. And he said there's some information in here that could cause some trouble. And I don't want to cause any trouble. I don't need this." He's like, "You have been more of a father to me than any man I've ever known." And he was like, "And I love you like you're my own son." Listen, why am I getting choked up? Jesus Christ. No. Not the emotions of it all. Oh, my eyes are leaking. Okay. And so they hug, and Will gives him the paper. He's like, "This is why I don't need this." And he gives him the envelope with the information in it to Uncle Phil. Now, Uncle Phil, once Will leaves the office, looks pissed because he told Jeffrey. But Jeffrey did it anyway. So I feel a falling out between Jeffrey and Uncle Phil coming up real fast. So, who Jesus now? Will on the piano playing some sad music. It's just another sad love song wrecking my brain. Okay, let me go. Okay, let me start with the easy stuff. Will and Carlton have a conversation. He told him he's not going to look for his dad. He gave the information away. Blah blah blah. Carlton said Will helped him stop using, and that he flushed the stuff. I'm sure he didn't, and he's going to fall off the wagon because that's not how addiction works. You're going to need some help. The dissolution of Uncle Phil and Jeffrey. When I say Jeffrey gave him, why would you fire someone who is willing to speak truth in the face of your power? Why would you do that? Why would you do that? That's my question for this whole thing. Because Jeffrey spoke some harsh truths. Even when Phil threw his son back in his face, he still hit him with truths. And even when Phil fired him and he fixed it, the language of it, so even in the firing, he's not causing any damage to Phil's dreams and goals and what he got going on. Why would you allow someone like that to walk out your life? Because you being a dick about it. Now he in the corner crying, fighting the air, throwing up because your best friend and you done fell out. Okay, so Aunt Vi and Uncle Phil have a conversation about her taking the fellowship and whether or not she can do it. And he's like, do it, take it. I can handle the house. She's like, but with Jeffrey gone, blah, blah, blah. He was like, I can do it. He's like, what if you're the DA? And stuff starts going on. He's like, I got it. And she was like, oh. And then she says, I'm proud of you and I love you. And he's like, it doesn't matter if don't do well in the debate. You're absolutely right. So, can I just say Uncle Phil looked like he'd be smuggling bowling balls in the sleeves of his shirt? That's what. Just me? I'm the only one. Okay. Also, we saw Lisa. Her daddy told her about Will getting arrested. Judge Robertson decided to back bootleg Fred and told him all of Phil's business about Will. Really, Judge Robertson? Really? Wow. Okay. All right. We're going to keep moving. So Lisa came over to the house crying because the baby, her daddy gave him his mugshot. And now she all in her feelings. You liked it. Girl, don't nobody care about your feelings. Bro, Beulah, go sit down. Go sit. Nobody cares. No one cares. No one. Literally no one cares what you think about the grown business of this child having to come here. He here now. You fucked him. Let it go. So Uncle Phil pulled the Uno reverse. He gets the boys run down and they tell him what's happening. He goes on the stage and he was like, I'm stepping down. I don't want to do this shit. Y'all vote for Fred. He has my support. I'm out. So I guess Viv is taking the fellowship. And so, yeah, that's a thing. And Uncle Phil going to be a house husband. Or continue being a lawyer, I guess. But that Judge Robertson is mad. He angry. He mad. Because his plan didn't work. So we gonna see what happens with that. Also, Fred was looking dumb in the face. I still say we cut that nigga's water off. I don't like him. Child, that's how the episode ended, with a family group hug. Alright. Listen. This episode was a lot. So now that he's not gonna be Grand Poobah DA, can Jeffrey come back now? Or is that relationship torn asunder and cannot be repaired? Is Jeffrey gonna come back with his kid? Inquiring minds want to know. Well, those are my review and recap of what's the name of the show? Bel Air. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Tell a friend, tell a kid, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.